This video is sponsored by Dreamverse. Dreamverse is the world's first NFT and music festival. It is being held on the 4th of November at Terminal 5 in New York. It is a physical event. Really cool stuff happening. In particular, it is the first time that Bleeple's The First 5,000 Days NFT will be showcased. This is the most expensive NFT in the world at $69 million. There's a whole bunch of art stuff going on, including AR and VR experiences. That's from 12 to 4 p.m. And then there is the Dreamverse party from 8 to 1 a.m. Headlined by Alesso, various other artists there as well. Of course, the tickets are NFTs designed by a lot of money. You can buy them now. You get this sepia version, and when you turn up and get them scanned, you get this fully colourful version of the ticket itself, a valuable NFT. So check it all out. It's happening the 4th of November in New York. Check it out at dreamverse.life. Thanks for the sponsorship. Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So interesting news as the Sandbox sort of gears up, almost a year late to its alpha playable. So we originally thought this was going to happen in January. It's happening in October now, but hey ho, these things happen. But one cool thing that is now available, which I've always thought would be a great tool to have, is there now is the Sandbox map is now much more interactive. So I've just gone to the Sandbox. The sandbox.game is the URL, and this is all the land that's been sold so far. So we can see here there's a big square grid, and these greyed out areas have not been sold yet. So the green ones are ones that have been sold, so plenty still to be sold. But now we can start to see on this map what's going on in terms of what's for sale. So in particular here we can sort of see the white stuff, these little white dots. So these are all on sale at OpenSea. So OpenSea being the mainly Ethereum based kind of big marketplace. So we can see here there's lots of little dots. Various different sort of areas. Some are more people are selling more than others. Not a lot being sold down there, is there? But you know, good smashing around. So if you wanted to find, you know, here you wanted to go and get a bit of land next to the Ultra estate, you could do that. Or if you want to get something next to Pranksy, or some of these sort of big land areas. Looks like we've got a Bored Ape sort of thing going on here. Roller Coaster World from Atari, Pong. There's some various Atari ones. Even one here next to Whale Shark, whatever Whale Shark's going to do. I'm sure it'll be pretty interesting. Things start to see this. I mean, Walking Dead obviously going to be massive. You can even get one right next to Walking Dead. Probably pretty expensive, but you can kind of start to see now what's going on, and you can sort of click through these sort of things. So we can, if you want to get some premium land. So premium lands are lands that have NFTs attached to them. So this is actually really nice. We can see how the premium lands are distributed around, and so we can sort of zoom in. And we could sort of go, all right, if here's a premium land around, let's find something. Here's premium land around the Care Bears, and we can see some of it's for sale. So we could go, if we wanted to, you know, specifically go and buy these, we could go and do it. Because previously you've sort of had to go through OpenSea. You've had to have like two windows open, or have two screens. So you have OpenSea on one, and you sort of see the coordinates. Then you go in here and try and work out where it is. At least that's what I've done, which is really confusing. But now we can start to see this in much better sort of detail. The next thing to be actually would be to be able to actually buy this sort of directly. I don't think that is you can do that at the moment. You have to go through because the stuff's on OpenSea, but at least it's a much better way of sort of scrolling through this sort of stuff, and we can see immediately now. And I still don't know actually. You know, when you're looking at the price of land, I really don't think, unless you really want to be somewhere specific, I'm not terribly sure that the price of land is very dependent on location at the moment, because we don't really know which are going to be the cool areas. I mean, maybe Atari Land would be brilliant, maybe it'd be terrible. Who knows? So I wouldn't get too hung up about building sort of models of where land is expensive or not. I mean, I think people are doing that, and maybe it'll work out. But I think there's so much that's not understood about the Sandbox. I mean, we don't know what all these areas are, for one thing. So clearly, you know, if you're buying sort of land around here, I mean, what's going to be here? Who knows? Maybe you get a bargain if there's going to be something really cool here. Over time, we'll start to see this pricing model really sort of break out, as this sort of as people are actually building proper stuff. We can see because there's quite a lot, like Whale Shark's got a lot of stuff here, and I'm sure he's got the community to sort of build out cool stuff. But some of these things, you know, some people have got really big bits of land here. Who knows what's going to happen there? You know, there's Snoop Dogg, of course. There's a big auction going on with the Snoop Dogg stuff. So so that clearly will be expensive. Yeah, other than that, I think there's lots of sort of areas here. I mean, some very big areas. Gemini, the exchange, coin market cap up there. So anyway, good to see. And I think in general, you know, I'm really excited to see what the Sandbox get up to and the playable alpha. So it's a project that's worth sort of looking at, I think. Have a look, see if there's any 3x3s that are for sale. Yeah, there are some. Super expensive, I'm sure. But you know, well worth messing around and playing around with it and seeing. Maybe there are some bargains, who knows. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World, where we spend our time looking at blockchain games. And please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching this one. See you again.